Alrighty, morning everyone, and welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel on another beautiful day. In today's video we've got one of the most special unboxings that I have posted on this channel, like ever. Like this is something really special. Most of you can probably already tell what it is from the box, well, because mostly it says it right here. But this is my actually new Patek Philippe. And it is one of the only ones that I have ever bought and will probably ever buy, because, well, it's not very easy to buy them at the moment, at least the ones that I actually want. This is one of the ones that I actually think is incredibly stupidly undervalued, or has been for the longest time. It's kind of making a comeback right now. But this is a sports model watch, and for some weird reason, it is it doesn't go anywhere near its retail price at the moment. Like, I basically stole this watch for what it's worth. And like in comparison to the Nautilus or Equinox or stuff like that, this is a great watch, but it doesn't go anywhere near the retail price. Doesn't make any sense to me, but I would just say this is the one. Like, if you want to buy a Patek Philippe sports model that's completely undervalued, that looks great, that it's great to wear on a daily basis as well. It is a gold watch, but you know, whatever. This is it. Like, there's nothing value-wise, there's nothing better from Patek at the moment for a sports model. So we're gonna go ahead and open it up now and take a look at everything that comes with the watch. And it is completely full set. I did not get it from my authorized Patek dealer, unfortunately. Why? Because I would have paid in excess of 10 grand more than I had to pay for this one, which is also brand new on the secondary market. So this is one from last year, from 2021, end of 2021. So it is approximately like 8 or 9 months old by now. But you know, it doesn't really matter because it still looks exactly the same when you buy it new right now. So we're gonna open up the cardboard box here, which we already did, and we are gonna take out this thing here, which is, we'll take out the box separately and just put this away, just like that. And there we go. We've got the beautiful Patek Philippe cardboard box. Really, like, it just looks so good. It, like, everything about the packaging job from Patek is just next level. It's exceptional. It's even better than the packaging jobs from Erlange, honestly. So that says quite a lot. So let's get right into it. And also from AP, but you know, that's mostly because AP has started to go a little bit more of a modern route with their packaging jobs. They still are perfect, but they are just not, you know what I mean. So when you open the box, you are presented with this kind of fabric clothy thing. It's not really wool. It kind of feels like one of those cloths that you use to clean your glasses and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I don't have my gloves with me today, so it's gonna get a bit smooshy and stuff like that. I would try to not touch the watch so that it doesn't get any fingerprints on it. But yeah, I unfortunately don't have my gloves with me, so bear with me, I guess. So we're gonna take this out here first, actually, and take a look at what comes with the watch besides the actual watch. So we've got our little booklet here, and once you open that up, you are presented with your Patek Philippe certificate of origin, one of the most, if not the most important documents that you can get with your Patek Philippe watch. Don't lose this thing. If you ever buy a watch like that, this is the most important document that you get with it. This thing is only issued once for every single watch. It's handwritten, it's hand embossed on the other side, you can see that. We're not going to turn it around because it has personal information on there, not of myself, but of someone else that has bought this watch before me and apparently never worn it. I don't know why, but anyways. So this is important. You need this. Takes a good chunk of value off of the watch if you don't have it. So you don't really want that. So besides that, we've got a whole bunch of little booklets in here. We obviously have the collector's library, which shows you all kinds of little books you can get about your Patek Philippe watches, about the history of Patek and stuff like that. Most of you have probably already seen that. And these books are great, but they are also very pricey. And I'm just not very convinced that I would actually read them all if I would buy them. So I'm debating whether or not I want to get some of them, but they are great. I've looked into some of them. They are absolutely fantastic. Just, you know, pricey. So what we also have is this thing, which is also pretty much going to tell you what kind of watch is inside the box. So, you know, whatever. It's a Calatrava pilot travel time. Most of you probably already guessed that. However, you don't know which one yet, so we'll keep that a secret until later. So this is pretty much just the generic booklet that you get with your, I think with every watch with caliber 324. I think that the Aquanaut travel time also has the same booklet. I could be wrong though. So correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And then you can tell me that I'm wrong and we're all gonna be right again. So yeah, good stuff. So it basically tells you information on how to set your watch, what stuff to, just keep in mind, I guess, when setting your watch and dealing with the functions of your watch and stuff like that. It's, it's really handy to have that if you have any questions about the watch. But then again, Google is a thing, so most people are probably not going to use that very often. It's there though, and it belongs to the watch, and you also have to keep that if you want to keep the value of the watch intact. So the Patek Philippe register, what that pretty much is you register your watch, and then you can, I think you get... Do you get an additional warranty? I don't know, but you definitely get a free Patek Philippe magazine delivered to you all over the world, wherever you are, for free. So that's a cool thing. You just put this in this envelope and then you send it there, and there you go. I might do that. I might actually do that. The problem is that it's very difficult to get mail here. So I'm not sure if I want to go through that every single time that Patek Philippe wants to send me a nice magazine. But I might as well. It's a really cool thing to have, and definitely something that you should get if it's easy for you to get mail, which it's probably easy for most of you. Okay, so enough with the actual booklet and everything that comes with the watch. We are now actually going to take a look at the watch. So we're going to get our beautiful lacquered finished Patek Philippe wooden box out here. Keep in mind, highly polished, highly scratch, magnetic, let's just call it that. So careful with that thing as well. These boxes are expensive. For example, if you drop it, it's most likely going to be destroyed. If you want to sell your watch, you gotta buy a new one. Be careful with this stuff. I can't believe how careless some people are with boxes and papers and things like that. It's important to keep that stuff if you're collecting watches. If you're collecting whatever, something else, it's most likely also important that you keep everything with it, right? If you're collecting cars and stuff like that, you should have your whatever service history and stuff like that. It's important if you're collecting something, keep all the stuff that comes with it. Shouldn't really have to say that, but apparently I do. So, without further ado, we are going to take a look at the beautiful watch right now. Come on now. And there we go. So this is the Patek Philippe Calatrava Travel Time Pilot travel time pilot, whatever you want to say, with the reference number 7234R. The R stands for rose gold, which is this one indeed. So why did I get the 7234 and not the bigger one, which I don't know the reference number of? Now, the thing is, you know me, or not, I guess you don't really have to know me, but if you know me, you know that I don't really have big wrists. Look at that. It's not big. It's like 16.5 centimeters, something like that. It's not very big. And besides that, it's also very, bony and not, there's nothing really on there, right? You get what I mean? And big watches just kind of look a bit stupid on me. And now the thing with this watch is why I didn't get it in the bigger version. The bigger version has 42 millimeters. However, it also has these two pushers. And that is not calculated in any measurement, and it makes a watch look way bigger than it actually is. So this watch, honestly, on my wrist looks more like a 3940. It really does. I mean, it looks more like some of the Tudor Black Bay 58s and stuff like that I have, or the normal Black Bays, which are even 41. It doesn't look too much different from them. And we're going to take the watch out right now, and think it's not really attached to this. No, I don't do that usually. I think this watch is really the perfect size. It obviously doesn't have a pen because it doesn't have pushers. But this watch is the perfect size for me, in my opinion, I feel. And you can already see one of the great features is this dial. I mean, it's really hard to see on camera, but this brown is not only just brown, really just, it shines. It's so beautiful. I really like this watch. So yeah, technically it's a girl's watch, whatever. Honestly, 37.5 millimeters plus pushers, you can't really call that a woman's watch. I mean, sure, women could wear that, but women could also wear 42 millimeters. It doesn't really matter, right? It might look a bit stupid after some time, but this is not a watch that is too small for my small wrists, definitely not. Honestly, I'm quite happy that I can buy this watch and wear this one instead of the bigger one, because the bigger one would have set me back like around 10 grand more. And I'm not really too keen on that. So the watch obviously comes on a leather strap. We're gonna go through all these technical stuff in the review. Definitely gonna hopefully talk about all that stuff in there. One thing I will have to say though, the leather strap is sheesh. I mean, I'm sorry to say it that way, but Patek didn't do a good job. It's perfect in any other way, but the edge of it. I mean, look at that. That watch has never been worn. I mean, you look at it, it's perfect. It's absolutely spotless. It really has never been worn. But then you've got this. Just from sitting in the box, this edge coating is flaking off. Like, come on! I mean, I know it's not that serious. I know these straps don't really cost a lot. You can replace them cheaply, yada, yada, yada. I know all that. But like, still, it's like new. This watch, if you buy it from a retailer, this watch costs 44,000 euros. This shouldn't be the case for that amount of money. I know this is really like complaining on a very high level, but legit, people, 44,000 euros. You get a very, very nice car for that. And I doubt that this is gonna have that, right? It shouldn't be there. So I will say it. It should not be there, but that's the only thing that I have to complain about this watch. It also has the beautiful open case back with a beautiful full-size rotor, like not the miniature one that Patek sometimes uses, but it's the full-size one. It's 21 karat gold, so it's just really, really beautiful. And I do think that it's unidirectional. I don't know though for sure. So we'll go through all of that in the review. Obviously, it's a gold watch, so it's not going to be a watch that is going to be worn heavily every day, but it's just a watch that I can wear if I just kind of feel like doing so, because it's absolutely beautiful, and right now this is the favorite watch in my collection. So the last thing we're now going to do is I'll just give you a little bit of a wrist shot. I'm not going to really close the thing because I can't do that with one arm like this. So, you know, you're just going to have to imagine that like that. There we go. You can see that is not a watch that is too small for my wrist. And my wrist is not tiny. It's just not very big, you know? So because it has those pushers, it really looks way bigger than it actually is. And in my opinion, it really looks more like a 39mm watch. Definitely not too small for me, absolutely not. I'm very happy with its size. It's not as excessively sized as, for example, the Explorer 2 that I have, which I love this watch, I wear it a lot. The problem is that it is a bit big for my wrist. It looks a bit funky, but it's still on the edge where I would say, yep, that's totally fine. But this one is really like totally fine. I'm 100% fine with the size of it, and I think that anyone with a similar sized wrist of mine, which as I said is like 16.5 centimeters all the way around, or like what, 6.5 or something like that in diameter, something like that, totally fine size to get. And I don't think it's a ladies' watch at all, even though Patek says so for some weird reason, I don't know. But yeah, beautiful watch, and I think that's really like a watch that anyone can wear. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it for today's review. What would you say? Is that a watch that you would wear? Because, well, mostly the people that are gonna be watching this channel are mostly gonna be guys. Is that something you would wear? I mean, I know it's rose gold, it's not everyone's taste. I personally really like rose gold because it's kind of my taste, I guess. It doesn't really look like rose gold in daylight though, it just plain looks like yellow gold. So it's not very rosy rose gold. But yeah, I still think it's a really, really great watch. It's definitely fitting for me. It's not something to wear every day, but it's something you could wear every day. It definitely has the size for it, it definitely has the wearability for it. It's not a heavy watch, stuff like that. It's not a very thick watch, and it has a very useful complication for people that travel a lot. I'm not one of those, but anyways, if you are, there you go. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. The review of this watch will come at some point. You know, I have to find time to make these reviews and videos and stuff like that. I really love it. I really like doing them, but it takes some time. So, you know, bear with me and it will come eventually. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Really hope you like this watch as much as I do, which is unlikely because most people don't. But I really enjoyed. I'm really happy that I could pick it up for a somewhat affordable price, which was, oh, by the way, below 35,000 euros for a watch that retails for about 45. And that should really be going for way more on the secondary market, but we'll see about that. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you've got any more questions whatsoever, write them in the comments below. I'd be very glad to answer those, as always. And if you want to rate the video with either like a thumbs up or a thumbs down, you can also do that, but I don't think there's a thumbs down button anymore, so well, I guess you can't. But you can subscribe, I know that. So if you want to do that, yeah, go ahead and do that. So thank you very much for watching, have a fantastic week, and until next time.